Alright everyone, welcome to my YouTube. If you're new here, what I'm going to do is talk about NBA daily fantasy sports, particularly PrizePicks on this here video. And all you need to do is hit the subscribe button and most importantly, smash the like your mama taught you right. Now here's the deal. As you can see, the setup isn't normal. I got the bright lights right in my face. Like Jared Allen said, the lights might be too bright. I'm in a hotel right now, traveling, as I told you degenerates that I would be doing, so bear with me. I'm still here doing the Lord's work for you. And to top that off, my lovely lady is in the bed in the same room behind me, allowing me to do this degenerate hobby that I do. So with that being said, hopefully that earns a subscription. If not, maybe we can find a W and I get one then. So for all technical difficulties, I apologize. We're just gonna have to get through this. So first thing I'm gonna do is go look at these slates. I've done very little stuff. There's not going to be a lot of plays today. It's just going to be quick, decisive, and to the point, and the editing's going to be minimal. Let's go. Jazz Pistons 237, massive point total, and a crispy 1.5 point spread. I know Sexton sold, but it is what it is. Pelicans and Cavs 227. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Probably a fade. Spurs and Bulls. I'm going right back to Kobe White. I know he sold his PRA, but the game got a little bit out of hand, and I warned you guys on this video it was going to be a terrible matchup for Kobe White. He did, however, cash his rebounds plus assists because he respects coin. Kobe White / Kobe Bryant, 230.5 point total. Magic Bucks, 238.5 point total. Pace down spot for the Bucks, pace up spot for the Magic. I'm telling you right now, we're most likely targeting Cole Anthony. Next, Clippers and Thunder, 234.5 point total. That should be okay with a 4.5 point spread favoring the Thunder, which is kind of crazy. And then the favored game on the night, in my opinion, 247.5 point total. Pacers Grizzly 4.5 point spread favoring the Grizzlies, the poverty Grizzlies. And then we have the Lakers Wolves. Just cross that game off. I'm not touching it. 224.5 point total. And the last game, this is a game that we will be targeting. Wizards Trailblazers, 240.5 point total, 3.5 point spread. So I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of games. These are the three ones to target. Wizards, Pacers, Oklahoma, and probably the Utah Jazz. Actually, excuse me, all these games are good except for one. So I misspoke. That'll happen when you're in a hotel in the middle of the night trying to get this out for the people. Now, we also get Thursday Night Football, and I'm going to start with the Thursday Night Football, and the first thing I'm going to tell you guys to do is right here. Matthew Stafford, 224.5 pass yards. Take the Goblin. It's solid, and go ahead and take the receiving yards of Cooper Kupp at 49.5. Might as well be a taco. If he cashes the taco, he's going to cash this. This is my favorite two-man for the Rams game, even though you have to add a third, but I will be taking exposure to this. I'm starting with NFL to get that out of the way. I'm not making this video hugely analytic. I'm just going with the stuff I researched. I'm on a time crunch and I'm trying to get this done. So just bear with me. I'm begging you. Now we can go back to the NBA. So once you got your goblins and demons, mix and match how you will, you need to keep it short and sweet. So you want to take 1v1 optimal run backs. Remember, so if you play Bojan Bogdanovic at 22.5 points, which you want to do, you'd want to go right back to Colin Sexton, who's not on the board yet, so you can't do that. But when they do put him on the board, erase the fact from memory that he sold you last night because he was still the right play and go right back to the well. I'll be taking exposure with Bojan. The Pistons have miraculously looked like they have some heart left in them, so maybe, just maybe, Bojan is the missing link that they needed now that he's back from his injury. So Bojan Bogdanovic, you're a dart throw. What, you thought I was going to say he was a core play? No, think again. Next up, time and time again, I tell you guys, Chicago Bulls have no rim protection at all. So Victor Wembanyama, 34.5 points, rebounds, is strongly in play and should be considered in all formats. It's not a core play. I'm going through just darts. I will talk about my core plays last. This is a dart throw. Bojan and Victor, both of them, you put them in your dart bucket and you attach them to your anchors. Don't have them in more than one slip and you'll thank me later. So as you can see, we can keep scrolling through here. I got a few more darts for you, but first I'm going to talk about my core plays right now, here and now. Here it is, okay? Core play number one, we're going to Desmond Bane, and it's not going to be the Bane that you think. I would tell you to take under on his fantasy score right now, but I'm not telling you to do that. I'm going right here to the new wagon. It's brand new, jet blue, very brand new wagon. Desmond Bane, 2.5 turnovers. He's a turnover machine. 4 4-5, 4-5, 4. Even with jaw back, it didn't matter. The man can hold on to the ball. He's got butterfingers. So I'm going right back, and if he sells, he sells. I don't care. This is going to be the core play in almost 95% of my slips tomorrow. And if he sells, he sells. It is what it is. I'm willing to eat that chalk. I've learned to love that taste of chalk when I'm making the right play. And when the point total is almost 250, 2.5 turnovers for Desmond Bane is the right play. So I'm taking that as a core play. And then I just talked about Ja Morant, didn't I? I'm going right back to Ja Morant. Coach said he wasn't playing crazy minutes. I had him predicted for 16, 4, and 4. And boy, was I wrong, and was I happy to be wrong, because I had his over on the taco and he cashed. But I did tell you guys right here on this video that his PRA was in play, and I'm coming right back here on this video to tell you that his P plus A is also in play. 38.5 points plus assist is in play. His PRA at 44.5 PRA is in play. All of it's in play. Points, assists. Again, this is the Indiana Pacers. They don't play defense. The point total is insane. It's a pace-up spot. Ja Morant just hit the game winner. The script is in. They want him to succeed for whatever reason they do. So I'm just going to keep following the script. So right here, 28.5 points, his PRA, his points assist, it's going to be a core play. I wish they had his fantasy score up here. That would be the priority as always, but they don't. So with that in mind, just stick to his PRA and his points assist. Don't overthink it. Don't make it crazy. Pick whatever one you want. Let's just say PRA and move on. You got your two Memphis guys right there. And speaking of points, rebounds, you got Toumani Camara. He literally sounds like a spice that you would keep in your cabinet and sprinkle on your food. But I'm not talking about that. Talking about Portland Trailblazers and Washington Wizards. 13.5 points, rebounds. This is going to be a sweat. As you can see, 14, 14, 11, 24, 11. Maybe just his rebounds, but the fact of the matter is this. His points, rebounds was popping in the sportsbooks data. So I'm literally just going to take this and play it, but it's not a core play. It's a dart, an absolute dart. Remember, what are the two core plays? Ja Morant and Desmond Bane turnovers for right now. The board is limited, but this board is going to be flooded tomorrow with plays. So if you aren't in my Discord, get in there, because I'm going to have my projections up. Even though I'm on vacation, I'm still going to do the projections. And on top of that, I will have a playlist like always, because I still do the Lord's work and I honor my commitments. If you want to get in there, CaptainCrush.net, go get the gold package. Stop being a cheapskate, or sign up with any of my partners. Link in the description. 30-day free trial. And yesterday, I wasn't in my Discord a lot yesterday, but I'll tell you what, it was a lot of green beans for me personally, making slips on the road, and a lot of the plays that I did put out were green beans. There was a couple sales, but the main ones, Joel Embiid, Anthony Edwards, and I think Towns and Derek White, cash them. All of them. And if it wasn't for blowouts, it would be a clean sweep. Now, speaking of Joel Embiid, I got to get my victory lap in here. You know who he is. I'm not going to mention his name because he's not worthy of being mentioned by name, but these guys that are on Twitter that come on there, they get thousands of views from typing up a little sentence and a little write-up talking about 114 games, something that makes no sense. They don't watch basketball, and it's painfully obvious, because if you watched basketball, you wouldn't be taking under on Joel Embiid versus the Timberwolves or anybody. It doesn't matter about the matchup. He's matchup proof. Just like I said on this video yesterday, he's matchup proof. I don't come on here and tell you guys that for my health. I'm telling you it because it's the truth, and the truth will set you free. Joel Embiid is matchup proof. Period. So is Giannis, so is Jokic, and so are many others. But definitely Joel Embiid. He's making history. Stop taking under on him. If you don't want to take his over, just fade the prop. But I came on here and said, this is the lowest line we've seen in weeks. The line has the matchup baked into it. 33.5. It's too low. He dropped 50 plus. Just like I said he was capable of doing. Cash the overs on everything, and miss me with the Twitter clowns recommending you guys bet the house on it. Talk about a sell job. He must be a PrizePicks employee, but I digress. Let's keep it moving. Next, Anthony Simons. Again, we want to target this matchup, Portland versus the Wizards. It's just crispy, and I'm talking very, very crispy. You can target Tyus Jones as any of these runbacks, maybe even Kyle Kuzma. I'm not really going to go there. I'm going to wait for my projections, but I know I'm going to target Mr. Toumani Camara. Every time I say that, I think of like turmeric. the seasoning. But I'm going to target him, and I'm going right back to the man, Anthony Simons. I'm not taking his points. I'm not taking his points rebounds. I'm taking old reliable once they put it up, and that is going to be his field goal attempts. It was at 19 last time. I sat on this video, and I told you guys, take it. He was the thumbnail, the play of the day. Whenever it's the thumbnail, they're the play of the day, guys. That's the guy you need to focus on. If he sells, by all means, hammer me in the comments. You shouldn't really do that, but I'm just saying. The dart throws or whatever, as long as I get the cores right, that's all that matters. So Anthony Simons over field goal attempts. I'm assuming it's going to come in at 20, and when it does, it'll have push equity, and I will take it, and that will be my core play. Anthony Simons fantasy score, John Morant's fantasy score or his PRA, and Desmond Bane 2.5 turnovers, mixed with the Goblins for NFL, which is going to be Stafford and Cooper Kupp. If you have a memory that isn't of that of a goldfish, you'd remember I just talked about this, and that is the play, folks. That's the game plan. And then when all those other props come on here, hopefully you're in the court, and I will be releasing, sprinkling them down because I'm going to be in an airplane. And when it lands, I'll have some plays for you guys. Hopefully Desmond Bane can turn over that rock one more time, but if you don't want to target turnovers because it is a volatile prop, just take less on whatever his fantasy score is, and I'll feel good about it. I wish they had the Thunder props up here. They don't. There is going to be a lot of news. I will probably also be attacking James Harden, 100%, maybe 95%. Maybe Daddy Zubac. We'll have to just wait and see. Now, this right here real quick was talked about yesterday on video. Anthony Edwards and Joel Embiid. These are the 1v1 matchup, and as you can see, it cashed sort over. Another one right here, Edwards, Embiid, Kobe White. As you can see, my anchors were Edwards and Embiid, and then I added White. And then I made this one later on in the night when that game had already gone on, and I just did Derek White, Van Vliet. I saw that Fred Van Vliet was playing the Rockets. That's an easy play. No analytics required. Luka Doncic, the first half wagon. Talked about this on the video. By the way, Luka was going to soar over if it wasn't for a blowout. And then Clint Capella, first half wagon. And Julius Randle, 22 first half fantasy. No one was going to contain him on the Nets. JJ says Capella first half fantasy is such a wagon, and he is right for the most part. But the fact of the matter is this: I'm the one that started hitching the trailer to that wagon, so miss me, JJ. Now, it's not a lot of fluff today, not a lot of overlays, not a lot of memes. I'm straight about business right now because I got to get to sleep so I can make my flight in the morning. With that in mind, I appreciate you guys coming by to watch my video. I hope it was semi-entertaining and informational for you. I'm sorry I couldn't do a deep analytical dive like I normally do, and the entertainment was probably toned down. My woman's asleep behind me. With that being said, good luck in all your contests. Here's the salute, and as always, let's crush.